day to our viewers out there. We are podcasting from the third oil and gas conference at the Mercury Hotel. We bring you another episode. My name is Max Kamaunju, and thank you once again for tuning into the Energy Dialogue podcast. Today we have none other than a special guest in our midst, and we thank him for gracing us with his presence. His name is Osa, the Managing Director and CEO of Heirs Energies Limited, operator of the NNPC Heirs Energy OML 17 joint venture. Osa is a leading technocrat and a thought leader in the energy sector here, and then we'll obviously engaging on some of the insight and the topics that the viewers are passionate about. Welcome, sir, and we're glad to have you. Yeah.
Thank you, Max. Good to be here.
So just maybe as a precursor, how's your overall impression about the attendance of the conference? How have you been finding Namibia, the weather and everything?
Yeah, so it's quite interesting.
Yeah.
It's my and my team's first visit to Namibia.
Yeah.
We have found it very gracious, very beautiful, very picturesque.
Okay. Also the first for you?
Yes, the first for me and my team.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
The environment is very picturesque.
Yeah.
We like the undulation.
Yeah.
It's quite beautiful.
Okay.
The weather is nice.
Yeah.
And very cool.
Yeah.
And we really didn't know what to expect.
Yes.
But I think we found it very pleasant. We found the people very pleasant also.
Yeah.
And talking of the conference, it's very. We're very happy to be here.
Yes.
We've met with a lot of people, and we see the warmth. We see the hunger. And you know, Nigerians,
Yes.
we are driven. We are hungry. We are ambitious. We want to get things right. We want to get Nigeria right. We want to get Africa right. We want to work with our brothers and sisters in other countries like Namibia to help address this energy deficiency that we all struggle with.
Absolutely.
So we're very happy to be here.
I hope next time you have time just to go to the coast. Nice scenery, tourist attraction, and nice, beautiful coastal weather too.
Okay, very good.
But just maybe to get into the interview, can you probably just give us an overview of Heirs Energy and the OML 17 JV?
Yes, thank you. So Heirs Energy is the operator of the OML 17, Oil Mining License 17, which is a joint venture, is owned by the joint venture of NNPC, which is the government oil and gas operator, and Heirs Energies. So government owns 55% of the venture. We own 45% of the venture. It's an unincorporated joint venture, and we are the operator on ground. So we operate the asset every day, and a joint operating agreement between us on how the asset is matured. So we bought our share of the venture, the 45% that's ours. We bought it from the trio of Shell, ENI, and Total in 2021 for $1.1 billion. The deal was worth $1.1 billion. And since then, we have taken the asset, we have taken over the asset in the middle of 2021, and we have successfully doubled oil production from 27,000 to over 50,000. And we have doubled our gas production capacity from about 50 million scf of gas to over 100 million scf of gas. We are very proud to say that our operation, we started from scratch, but today we have a very strong workforce, and we have tackled a number of challenges and myths that plagued and paradigms that plagued the oil industry, particularly onshore Nigeria, where the asset is situated. That today we are seen clearly as one of the leading. We are the leading independent company in Nigeria. We are the third lowest cost operator. We are the company that has had the most increase in production in the past 5 years in Nigeria, and we are ambitious. We are driven, and we are our safety records is stellar. And now that we have kind of consolidated our position in OML 17, we're now looking to grow. We're looking to grow both in Nigeria and in Africa. And that's part of what brings us to Namibia, to come and see this country for ourselves. We don't invest on the basis of briefs. We want to understand the business, and because we understand the business, understand the landscape, and because we invest with the business philosophy of our founder and chairman, Mr. Tony Elumelu. His philosophy, which we invest in, is called Africapitalism. And one of the key tenets of Africapitalism is that we pursue a double bottom line: commercial success and social impact at the same time. We are very poised in the holding group that owns the company to improve lives and to transform Africa. So starting from Nigeria, we have taken the OMS 17 and we have done great things with it. But we're now casting our gaze wider.
Wow. So amazing for a company that started from scratch to becoming a leading operator. But what do you think makes this project unique compared to other operations in the region?
Yes. So what makes it unique is that this was an asset that was thought to it was going to be difficult to make it economic. Yeah, it was plagued by all the things that people know about or that people have been hearing about the oil industry in Nigeria. Production had declined. Maintenance investment had declined. It was bedeviled by security challenges. It was bedeviled by community challenges. It was environmental issues were all there. So by the time we took this asset, what people would typically consider this was just challenge and impossible challenges. But because we have a nature of being turnaround experts and a nature that we achieve in spite of challenges, we saw opportunity. And it was that opportunity that we went after. It was very challenging. I mean, people may know and may have heard that Nigeria suffered a period where there was excessive theft of crude from pipelines. And we faced that issue for 2-3 years, for the first 2-3 years of our existence. But working with getting the right collaboration around it with government, with other injectors into the pipeline, and the government then put in place an industry-wide solution that has now made it such that today all that we produce gets to its destination. The theft is being reduced to absolute minimum. So so kudos to the government for the steps taken. But we have built a very resilient organization that is able to achieve the superlative results that this asset has posted.
Yeah, very good. So in the intro, you've mentioned that part of your coming here is also to foster smart partnerships, and collaborations. I know the first session was the masterclass, and then day 2 was the technical conference, which is obviously now trying to position Namibia as the next energy frontier. Are there any discussions? I know there were so many interesting discussions that inspired you from the first day. I know there were some talks about local content, legislation, local participation, capacity building, so many topics that has been debated throughout. Are there any that you probably that stick out?
Yeah, I think the way I would look at it is I'm very happy that Namibia is thinking broadly from the onset. I mean, if you take the history of oil and gas in Nigeria, which is over 70 years old, it took over first 40 plus years before we articulated a Nigerianization agenda. And it has taken from 2000 to today, 25 years, to get that to where it is today, where you can say that 60-70% of Nigeria's oil production is controlled by independents. What I'm very pleased to see that Namibia has learned the lessons from others who have come before it, and they are thinking of the key developmental issues up front. I mean, from what I see, and I'm hoping for the best for Namibia, is that you would most likely have a journey that is more developmental from the onset than extractive. Most of the forebears or the countries that came before went through extensive periods of just extraction. And it was only decades later that really the whole agenda of that this resource has to be developmental and not just extractive came into bear. So I'm quite pleased to see that the development agenda and that oil and gas should be developmental and that the common man on the street, every Namibian, should be able to benefit from it.
Absolutely.
Has been talked about from the onset. It's very exciting.
What are the biggest challenges facing operators like Heirs in the region, and perhaps maybe just as an extension, how do you mitigate the risk related to regulation, infrastructure, and funding?
Yes. So I think we need to, if we unpack it, so there are international companies with companies and footprints across multiple geographies. They've been in existence for decades, some over a century, and they have deep balance sheets and very huge capital and technology. They are the front of breaking new frontiers and making investments. Then you have independents, international independents, who may be in fewer geographies, but they are international and they have access to more ready access to international financing, and they are mostly from the global north. Then you have African independence, where we are nascent. We have maybe one or a couple of assets in one country or maximum few countries in Africa, but our balance sheet is not deep, and we're in and we're in the same space. We are playing. So when you think of us, Heirs Energies, as an African independent, there are a number of challenges that are notable. So there are challenges around, how you put to get the right level of financing to operate, to acquire, to operate, and to be successful. There are challenges around things like regulatory challenges and the complexities that comes with that. There are also challenges that will come with getting the right type of manpower and skills, because the oil industry is very technical and requires a lot of deep specialization in many different areas. So getting the right expertise, particularly in niche areas, is not something that is readily available to independents. And then you can think about things like technology access and things like that. So these are all challenges. But where we come from as Heirs Energies is that we believe that all these challenges are surmountable. And that's the mindset with which we approach things. We, as my chairman, Mr. Chenewelu, always says, we do not succeed because there are no challenges. We succeed in spite of challenges. So we are not cowed by challenge. We are actually motivated to overcome
the challenges. Thank you very much for that. There was a recurring theme also in the panelists or the panels that we had, and that comes up, over and again, and that is the importance of local content and workforce development, especially throughout Africa. As a company that is trying to expand its footprint, possibly to Namibia, how much of emphasis will you place on the importance of local content and workforce development? I think you've touched on skills. It's vital, and you start on capacity building and so forth.
No, it's very good. I think the best way to answer your question is to just tell you what we're doing today. So today, my workforce is 100% Nigerian. From myself to the technician, 100%. Our supply chain is 95% Nigerian, 95% indigenous. We started out with the firm conviction that we wanted to be impactful locally. That we wanted to ensure that the Nigerian content was high. And that the community content is also at the appropriate level to have the right host community connection to the business. And so that's what we have done. In running our business, we've also developed a number of new ways of doing things, new approaches. Our approach to safety is different from the traditional industrial approach. Industrial approach is assurance-based. Our approach is empowerment-based, an approach we call everyone is a safety officer. It's homegrown. Our approach to operational excellence is different. We developed it ourselves. It's called brownfield excellence. And that approach is what has allowed us to grow our production so quickly and so sustainably. We have approaches to our financial modeling. We have approaches to many different things. Yeah. So we've taken what is in the industry and adapted it. So as we grow our organization, we're having to onboard the people who join us to our approaches, and we're also having to develop their domain skills, cultural aspects, leadership aspects, and management. Yeah. So as we build out our organization, because we know that we are very conscious that, the DNA of a company is very important to how it remains successful. Yeah. We are going to be building out that capability, both in people and in capabilities. So as we move beyond Nigeria, developing the skills in in whichever country we are in is going to be critical for success.
Absolutely.
And we are very Pan-African in our outlook and our nature. So we will always work in concert with wherever we are operating in to ensure that we maximize the local content in that location, because local content is not only just a business strategy, it's a business imperative. Yeah. It has advantages in many different ways for business. Yeah. Top of which, it actually makes one's business most resilient in many ways. So local content, so it's really we are an embodiment, an example of local content, and the excellence of local content.
And there are a lot of lessons that we can learn from you as well. Yes. Yeah, going to a little bit of a clean energy point. Are there renewable energy, or let's say emission reductions initiatives from Heirs Energy in the pipeline already, or perhaps maybe going forward?
Yeah. So part of one of the areas where we have emissions in our operations is from gas flaring, and we are working to eliminate that well ahead of the government timeline. So about 80 to 90% of our production is captured through compressors and put into the domestic market for power generation for factories using gas as feedstock and many things. Yeah. So for the less than 10% that is left, we already have initiated projects to gather that last piece for also for different uses, for industries, for cooking gas, for power generation in different schemes. So in a couple of years, in a short period from now, we expect to not have any routine flaring in our operation, even though we're already at close to 90% now eliminated, but we are still not satisfied with that, and we want to eliminate it completely from our operations, and it's something we are working on. Yeah. However, let me also mention that we work from the premise that the future energy mix is still going to have oil and gas in it. We are going to have oil and gas in the global and African, particularly African energy mix for decades to come. So it's important that we continue to responsibly develop our resources to the benefit of Africans and to ensure that we have the energy needs to help lift our continent up economically and socially.
Thank you very much. We are about to wrap up now. I just want to put this one to you as well. How important is regional collaboration between countries, Nigeria, Namibia, Angola, and all the other, South Africa as well, in terms of improving the energy sector?
Oh, it's vital. Africa cannot, as I was talking to a number of colleagues outside, I said, these boundaries are lines on the ground, are lines on paper. Yeah. They are not on ground. So we all need to work together to help lift up our continent. Yeah. If you look at Nigeria as a state, there's a lot of collaborations ongoing. There's a pipeline, for example, Nigeria to Morocco. Yeah. There's a different trans-Saharan pipeline, Nigeria to Algeria, being talked about. There's a West African gas pipeline that was built already decades ago. Yeah. Nigeria provides power to neighboring countries, electric power to neighboring countries. So if you come to Southern Africa, I know with juxtaposition Angola, Namibia, South Africa, Botswana,
Yeah.
Zambia. There is
The
the ecosystem
Yeah.
that I believe that your governments are working on to try to optimize
Yes.
your energy system. I think this is vital to address the huge energy deficiency that we have in Africa. As you know, it is said that 600 sub-Saharan Africans don't have adequate energy supply, and that has to be front and center for all of us in the industry, both from government and from private sector. That mountain we shall overcome.
We shall overcome.
Yes.
No, just the last one. It has been good so far, and I know the viewers out there have been enjoying the conversation, the insights, and your expertise around the subject matter. But finally, the outlook, not only for Namibia, Africa, and globally as well, in the oil and gas sector. What excites you the most about this potential that is being harnessed currently?
Yeah, I think where I sit, after 30 years in the oil and gas industry, I ask myself, what is my role?
Yeah.
And for me, coming back to Nigeria, coming back home in 2021, after working for an IOC for 27 years, to take up this asset and to de-risk it has been very fulfilling for me. And it's fulfilling for me that the narrative, the paradigm that was in place 4 years ago, we have proven it all wrong.
Yeah.
The paradigm was that, onshore Nigeria, for example, was bedeviled by security issues, community issues. You cannot operate.
Yeah.
It's not possible to operate safely. It's not possible to operate securely. It's not possible to operate compliantly. We have confronted all those issues, and 4 years later, we have proven that it is possible to operate safely. It is possible to operate compliantly. It is possible to operate economically and actually achieve monumental results. And it is possible that these are achieved by African independence, by Nigerian independence.
Yes.
Not using workflows from other places, but using homegrown indigenous workflows. So I'm excited that I've been with the opportunity we've been given, Heirs Holdings, my chairman, Mr. Tunime, the whole Heirs Energies workforce, our leadership, our management, that together we have been able to work to build an African champion that has taken on African challenges and addressed it with African excellence.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So once again, I would like to thank you and just for giving us that insight, your expertise. I really enjoyed the conversation and can't wait to our next engagement. Hopefully you will host us.
Yes. Welcome to Nigeria.
Yes. Thank you very much once again. Yes. We really appreciate your presence. Yes. And to our listeners, we just urge you to stay tuned as we bring you more expert insights on the third oil and gas conference taking place at the Mercury Hotel. Please subscribe to all our social media handles and stay tuned. And this is the place where we turn ideas into opportunities. Thank you very much.